So yesterday, Easter Sunday, Shanny's 18-year-old came into the chat. And yeah, the Rev got a little huffy. If you're an artist, a crafter, somebody who creates anything that AI has touched, you'll be interested in this. Rev's attitude is quite interesting, not shocking at all. If you are unaware, Rev has made a sequel to his initial book, which was crap. He is he posted two community posts saying it was final. He showed the notebooks. There's an art notebook, completely AI generated art. His screenplay, he said, was completely AI generated. He just would feed it things, and he feels like, well, he was the master of that. It was his thoughts. They just filled in the words. So it's okay. Will, being a cartoonist and artist, feels very differently towards AI. And this is where the discussion starts.
If you think it's possible, William.
Yeah, this is my son. AI stuff, what do you mean? You can explain it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's possible because you're smart enough. It has generated its own images and art. So I'm thinking my idea right now is maybe I wouldn't even have to sell it to anybody. I could make the movie myself.
William said, please don't tell me you're using AI generation.
Oh, yeah.
What's the problem with that?
Well, it's like creatively, I don't know, frowned upon by some people.
Yeah.
The
Artists.
fact of the matter is that I don't have the time.
Really?
To sit down and craft two screenplays. I just don't have the time in the day to do that.
Yeah, you work.
Yeah, I'm
wiping your butt.
I can't do that.
No.
And it did a phenomenal job. So why the hell would I not use it?
It did.
Okay, what's the problem with it, Will?
I thought he was pro AI. I'm confused.
It's not a good option. AI steals from artists.
Yeah, but if you look at the stuff, this is original.
But isn't altering it, like, okay.
Still theft.
So isn't it altering, like, not stealing? It's like, okay, so how does that work exactly? If it, like, alters what the artist originally did.
It has generated stuff that's nowhere.
It's the lazy man's art.
Is Will the one weirdo Von Helton said was cute? Yeah. and he transformed into watermelon.
Yeah.
He thought it was a girl because Will has long hair.
Like steals from other people's work. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay, like.
The unethical part is that the AI is trained using artwork that they didn't have consent to use.
Will you show me? Okay, then people have to show me this type of fucking artwork. And what this is plagiarized from what? That's the
Terminator?
Are you kidding me? It doesn't look anything like Terminator.
I don't know. Will says it takes the stuff from actual artists doing work and brings out stuff copied from it. It isn't original. Okay. Pre-planned and one proof is the ability to upload art for free. Okay.
You could just go to Fiverr and pay an artist.
What is this concept art that you have?
Yeah.
No,
That's
you
the
said it was
point.
final.
So
It's not. It's understood that this isn't a final version of anything that would come out of it.
Wrong.
It's a beginning.
okay.
You
It's a
said it was
first step
done.
towards visualizing everything that's in my book. And this thing does it phenomenally well. This fucking poster for the movie looks like somebody worked a year on this.
Yeah.
Wait, have you ever seen anything that looks like that on the internet?
Well, yeah, by other artists.
Not this, not my name with this.
No.
This is my story put into a movie poster.
It's a piece of shit.
Ruby says, Rev, don't, as an artist, I'm horribly offended. AI has taken money from me. It's not good.
Well, I don't.
Wow.
That's your problem.
What?
That's not my problem. If I can utilize, this is really crazy.
No.
ChatGPT is a tool that a lot of people use. Are you going to go and say that to Jamez, the guy that does the UFO videos and stuff? Or are you going to say, why are you using ChatGPT?
Will said, yeah, and that's the problem. There's no human input, no soul to it.
I guided this thing.
Why are you so angry?
Because this is the stupidest thing I ever heard. This
No.
is a good tool for creative people to use to generate stuff because nobody else will work.
Will said, I'm offended too. I'm an artist myself and I greatly dislike it.
Well, nothing here has been stolen from you because you.
Wow. Do you hear Rev's logic? Do you hear how Rev speaks to artists, including his own quote unquote son? That's your problem?
Draw cartoons. Nothing of in here looks like a cartoon. Literally, it looks like real people.
Which artists can
I
do.
know.
Whatever. I'll just make my million. That's all.
You'll make nothing.
I don't see a problem using it for concept art and stuff, just so use it in the final product. Okay. Yeah. He just feels bad because he did put a lot of work into these images.
I put a.
No, he didn't. He fed ideas into a computer and they generated the images. That's not work. That's lazy. As somebody who did a side hustle of artwork for 11 years and worked their ass off and still does art to this day, I'm about to start a big canvas. I am really pissed off at Rev's attitude. I thought he was a little more on the artist side, on creative individuals side, but apparently not. It's just ignorant Rev side. I don't know why I should be surprised. I really am not understanding why I gave him that much credit.
A lot of work into everything that I'll put with it. If I didn't put anything in, it wouldn't have generated anything.
Can you listen to this point that Will said? It takes away jobs, it takes away from artists the actual effort they put in. This is what it's about. It's about AI stealing other
Nobody
people's
would
jobs.
work on Tinto. Who the fuck would work on it?
Somebody you pay from Fiverr, dumbass.
There was nobody contacting me for work.
You have to
to
contact
do
them.
with my book. It took away no jobs. And it output something completely unique. Totally and completely unique.
And totally generated by a computer. You could have gone to Fiverr. You could have gone to DeviantArt. There are a million sites where you can hire an artist. You could hire them to do one piece. You could hire them to do the whole thing. The problem, Rev, is that you don't want to split from your Delta 8 money and your cigarette fund to pay somebody. You don't want to sit down and do a screenplay because A, you don't have the grammar ability. B, you have no education or training in screenwriting. C, you have become a lazy blob of jellyfish ectoplasm. And you're used to that. You want people to do things for you. You want them to come to you. Oh God, Rev, please let me work on your artwork. Are you kidding? Do you know how many people do art that are just in you and Shanny's crowd? That watch, that hate watch. Look at me. I would never knock on your door asking for a job because I know you aren't paying.
Maya said, I'm looking forward to Rev's project very, very much.
There's a lot to it, I can tell you that. But if it's going to be visualized and successfully put into a movie, I need to sell it.
Will said, you never know. You have to work to find people for that.
Good for Will.
Work to find people for that. No one wants to, unless they know the person or there's some kind of thing they already got in their mind for it. The only people that have read my book are hater assholes, pretty much. Fucking asshole people. I had a lot of friends that were into film, but they never wanted to take the time to work on anything.
Bud Dicker's saying, try to speak nicer to Will, please.
I'm not talking to Will. I'm not talking to anybody.
I keep telling you what Will's saying, and you're like yelling.
I'm talking to the open air.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't do what I did, nothing would have happened with this project.
Tina Champa said, couldn't you have had Will do the art?
Oh my God, no. No way. He's not. I'm sorry. He can draw cartoons. He's good at that. I've never seen him draw a human, and he said he
can draw human.
He said he has problems drawing humans.
What?
I needed ultra realistic artwork.
I get you.
He can't draw that. He can't draw that. Okay, I could give you an example, and if he could draw something like that, maybe he could work on it.
Will's like, I'm sorry, but you're kind of like targeting me. It seems like you're
not
making
targeting.
up
I'm telling you that AI is not a violation of anybody, and it does not take jobs away. I didn't. With my project, I took no jobs away because I wasn't having anybody saying, "Hey, could I do some artwork for your project, Tento?" It hasn't taken a single job away. So I'm done. That's all. I'm not saying anything else. I'll just make the $1 million and then you can inherit it.
Rev, you ain't gonna make 1,000,000 pennies. You're gonna make jack shit. How much did your first book generate? Yeah, the reviews were shit, except for one that was a friend of yours or you on a sock account. I've read some pieces of it, and the just remedial English used is so horrific that honestly a 7th grade kid would have better punctuation and syntactical structure.
There you go.
Now we're not going to talk about my project anymore.
Yeah, Will doesn't like AI. It's taking jobs away.
I thought he said he wanted to work with AI. So whatever.
Well,
I'm just done. I'm done. I'm not going to talk.
So now we're going to pull the 3-year-old tantrum. I'm just not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it.
About the project.
Okay, so how do you work with AI in regards to art?
A lot of artists are just jealous because it makes things that look better than they can do.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Did you hear that? Artists are jealous of AI. This man knows absolutely nothing about art. It may look more perfect, but see, there's going to swing back. The pendulum always swings. For a while, everybody wanted CGI in the movies. Now, everybody's seen it so many years that we can pick out the really shitty CGI. And now it's a game. So now you look for the imperfections. The beauty of actual artists' artwork is that it isn't perfect. There is always human error involved. But that's what gives it its soul and meaning. When something is generated by a computer, you expect it to be perfect. So when it isn't, it's hilarious. On the flip side, when a human error occurs in a piece of artwork, people appreciate the hours that went into creating it. Maybe the artist got tired. Maybe they were exhausted after weeks of this piece, working on it day in and day out. That little flaw becomes beloved because it's human. It's not a computer. It's not expected to be perfect. Rev doesn't understand that. which just exemplifies what a simple brain he has.
That's jealousy.
Yes, it has. So many corporations have fired people for the sake of using AI.
I
Wow.
don't care. I'm using it for my own personal project, and if somebody wants
Will said I never said that. That's a complete lie. Well, you said you would work with AI.
Yeah, you did.
Never mind.
We're gonna drop all of this. I didn't know that this would.
I don't want to argue with you, honey.
Yeah, I don't want to bring. I had no idea that this would happen. Bringing this up.
Okay, Will said AI is fine on its own. It's generative AI that takes from other people's art. That is the problem. Ah. Okay. So.
Whatever.
Okay, you never said you would work with AI. Okay, I get it. But.
I didn't want to go to college.
He wants.
Whatever.
I don't like generative AI. That's the end of it. There you go. And Jason finds it a necessity
No.
for his project.
No. I started this project because of AI.
Now, corn chowder, now you're thinking AI is making a list, listening to us, plotting and lying in wait for the takeover. Exactly. Chow Chowder knows. AI is great for brainstorming. I've never really used it that much other than answering questions.
Don't rely on it.
Show. Oh.
Cash App.
I would rather have a crap artist doing my concept art than use art generated by a bot. Support human artists, amen. Oh wow, that's where artists are going now.
They can have that attitude. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not an artist.
This is fascinating.
Don't know any artists that are capable of doing what I needed, and I used it, and it was a phenomenal idea to use it.
It was lazy.
No, cartoon artists are artists, yeah. I agree. Thank you, Angels Tiny Tales of Terror, for that. Nah, William's an amazing artist.
Yeah, he's good at a certain type of art.
He's an amazing artist.
Cartoon artists are not artists.
He's getting
Jason's
paid for
jealous.
It too, so.
He's getting paid for his artwork. Is Jason?
Stick
Actually, not
figures
supposed to
over
get paid
fakery.
for
Oh,
AI.
wow. Yes, crowns in the chat for Will. I agree. The true king, King Will.
The true
Yes.
king. Oh, Jason's unhappy now.
Ta-da! I can't even draw a stick figure, so mad respect, laugh out loud. Look, aside from this conversation in general, I do not like the fact you lied about me saying positive things about AI when I have stated I disliked it for a while now. Maybe not much up to you two, but okay. No, Will, you said...
Let's drop it, please.
Can you tell from Jason's voice? He is sitting there with his arms crossed, his bottom lip out like Lisa, pouting. He's no longer the king, Will is. The chat has turned against Jason. The chat is now for King Will. And Jason feels like his project is now completely at risk because he, quote unquote, worked so hard on it by feeding a computer ideas. A few words, that was hard work. If you're an artist, married to an artist, a boyfriend or girlfriend of an artist, if you have family that are artists, if you create anything, woodwork to macrame, doesn't matter. Just remember what Jason said.